Hello and welcome to Martin Maths. We're continuing our Year 9 chart series, and we've got some line graphs here. So imagine this is the number of transactions done in pounds, euros or dollars at a certain even foreign bureau exchange and over the quarters. So you can see red is the euros, that kind of greenish is pounds, and then the grey is dollars. So the different questions you could be asked. You might be asked a specific currency, so what is the number of pound transactions in quarter 4, and it would be 4.5, say those are in the millions, so say 4.5 million in quarter 4. Then you might be asked what about a specific quarter, which one had the highest number of transactions in quarter 2, and you can see it's the red ones, which are the euros. And then you might be asked specifically about, say, that the final one, what was the dollar number of transactions in quarter 1. And we could see there that it was, say, 2 million transactions. So you could say 2 million. Okay, so a number of ways that line graphs could be asked. Another type of chart is the scatter diagram, where two not necessarily related variables are put on a graph, now height and weight. Now imagine these aren't human ones. There could be anything. I've just used Excel's random generator, and I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 variables plotted. Now we could be asked to interpret any correlation, but we might say at the moment there's no correlation, but we might be given some more information. So they might say there's another point that needs to be plotted, which is a weight of 2 kilos and maybe 1 meter, whatever the units are, and we put it there. And then you might say, well, that is an outlier, and it actually has a negative correlation because those are generally in the negative direction there. So again, you need to be sure of the units, but hopefully they'll tell you. Hopefully you've learnt about outliers, and then downward sloping would be a negative correlation. So those are the types of questions you might be asked there. Okay, the final chart that I wanted to speak to my class about is stem and leaf. Now, stem and leaf is exactly that, like a plant. You end up having a stem and then leaves that come out of it. The first thing you have to do is order your values here. There are 10 of them, so that's always useful to know, to make sure that we've used the right number of data points. So there's 34, cross that one off, 34, 38, 43, 45. You might miss one, but then you can always go back. And let's see, I think 52 is the next one. Then 54. And then 67 and 68. Now, to make the stem, you're going to put the tens here and the units here. So 3 is going to stand for 30, 4 for 40, 5 for 50, and 6 for 60. And the units then, so I've got a 34 there, so I'm going to cross that off. Another 34. I don't need to write 3, 4 because it's got 30 there, and it's got the leaf there. That's the branch, almost the stem, and then here comes the branch, and these are the units being the leaves. It doesn't say branch, but stem, leaf, and branch. Okay, and then 38 would be there. I'd have 43 there, 45, 45, moving up to 52 and 54, and then I've got 2 more, 67 and 68. Now don't forget, you must always put a key to explain it, because although I explained it here, someone looking at this might not know that 3/4 equals 34. Then, the types of questions you might be asked. The easiest one is range. Now we can see that the range is the biggest minus the smallest, so it's not just 8, but it's 68 minus 34, which is 34. And then you might also be asked to find the median, so the middle term. Easiest way to do this is cross them off either side. One off there, one off there, one off there, one off there, and I'm left with 2 in the middle. So you average the 2, but luckily they're both the same, so the median in this case is 45. So there we go. That's stem and leaf to add to the different types of charts that we see. To my students, we'll try this in the textbook and my iMaths and discuss in Google Hangouts. To the subscribers, thanks for watching. Please do like, subscribe, and share.